What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to the Fry Nation. Guys, I want to talk to you today about Escape from Tarkov. The gameplay on the screen you're seeing is from a 28-minute gameplay that they released on their channel. The link to the entire gameplay is going to be down in the description below. I've just chopped up a couple of the more interesting parts of the video. Now, if you've been following the channel, you know that I've been waiting for alpha release for quite a long time, since February, which is when the original alpha date was supposed to be. We are currently entering June, and we still haven't heard anything. A lot of people are speculating that it's supposed to be sometime this week that the alpha gets announced. A lot of people are starting to lose their patience in the community. I can see more and more comments, people talking like, okay, looking for refunds. This is kind of getting ridiculous. There's no developer activity. They're not talking about anything. But on the other hand, the game just looks really fucking good. And like, I see the game being played live on the developer stream, and I see the gameplay they put out here. It's 28 minutes of like raw, uncut footage, and it looks like one of the best alphas that I have ever seen. And it kind of begs the question, like, did AAA gaming kill alpha and beta cycles? Like, you see the betas for games like Battlefield and games like Call of Duty. You see the open betas for all these games, Destiny, Division, and to me, it's not really what a beta is supposed to be. Betas, when it comes to the AAA scene, is supposed to be more of a marketing thing. They just want to get you in there, get you potentially hooked to the game, and that you'll buy the game. It's a pre-order incentive that you'll get the open beta. It's essentially a marketing scheme from the AAA developers. Now, the thing is it's starting to trickle down into the indie scene. We're starting to see betas for a lot more games coming out now, specifically Escape from Tarkov. We have an alpha and we have a beta coming out at an unknown point in time. But the thing is the developers have come out and they said they want the alpha to be as polished as humanly possible. And the thing is, you guys know my channel. I do a lot of early access coverage. I talk about really scumbag, shady developers who are just out here to make a buck. But I feel like Escape from Tarkov is something special in the sense of, like, based on everything that I've seen, straight raw gameplay, it's breaking the norm of that really unpolished, shitty alpha that we get in this indie scene, this underground scene. So I'm kind of wondering, like, what are the developers thinking? Do they think that maybe the game is just going to come out and people are going to slaughter it, like games like DayZ and games like H1Z1 and War Z? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to, like, get inside the developer's head and figure out what the fuck they're thinking, because honestly, the hype train for this was so high in February. And now you've waited, what's going on, 4 months, and the hype train, you can tell, has just hit a complete fucking stop. And that's what I'm worried about. See, the thing is there's a fine line that you have to follow when you're releasing games into alpha and into beta in the indie scene. There's things you have to do to make sure that you get the most hype possible, to make sure that you get the most sales possible. And these guys have been doing that so far, except for the fact that they are 4 months behind schedule with the alpha release. A lot of people have just thrown up their hands and said, fuck it, I'll come back when I come back. And looking around, I'm trying to gauge what the community's thinking, what the people who are watching my videos are thinking, because I want to keep covering this game, but the developers aren't really giving us much to go on. So I feel like in worrying about getting the most polished alpha possible, the developers are actually hurting themselves more than they're helping. I want to know what you guys think. There is an annotation card in the top right of the screen. I want to know your guys' opinion on this topic. Is it smart for the developers to focus on polishing an alpha to the state that they're polishing it? Or should they release it and allow the community to get their hands on it and help build this product the right way? Vote now up in the top right. Leave a comment down below and use the keyword alpha. That lets me know you guys made it to the end of the video, and I'm really curious to hear your comments on this topic, because I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place here. I shit on alphas all the time when they're not up to snuff, and I feel like this one is one of the ones that could break the norm and show all these other developers that this is how you do it. But it feels like Battlestate Games is scared to release the title. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.